Hey everybody, I wanted to share an idea with you. Before I do, I wanted to put out a quick disclaimer. I am high as shit. I am quite high. I am under the effects of Percocet. I wasn't feeling too hot today. I didn't want to make it another trip to the emergency room or urgent care, so I took some Percocet, slapped on some makeup, and I'm here to share an idea with you. And I can't remember if I already said this or not. I was not high on Percocet when I came up with my idea. So, all that out of the way, yeah, I am kind of pretty fucking high. As many of you know, I have a feeding tube. And I have what's called a PEGJ feeding tube that mainly allows access to my small intestine. Mine allows access to both my stomach and my small intestine. So it's a little different than most other feeding tubes that people might have. Essentially, feedings through the stomach are called bolus feedings. They tend to be a larger quantity over a shorter period of time. It's more like how one might eat an actual meal. I do my feedings primarily through my small intestine, and the reason for that is because it tends to lessen the incidence of nausea and vomiting, which I am very prone to have. And so it's a drip, and it can last up to 10 hours, and it is a little miserable, but I mean, you don't feel sick from it, so that's okay. I prefer the intestinal feeding due to over the stomach feeding. But all that aside, I was looking at my tube today, and I noticed there's a little air bubble in it, and it was in the portion of the tube that connects to my small intestine. Now, before I get too ahead of myself, I want to show you what I use to flush my tube and to administer my medications. I use this syringe right here. Well, I have a ton of them. They come with a little twist-down cap. It holds 60 cc's of fluid, or 2 whole ounces. And so you fill this up with water or your medications, which are crushed and diluted with water, and then you just push it on through. Easy peasy, no big deal. Anyway, back to the bubble. I was looking down at my tube and I saw a bubble. It was in the intestinal side of my tubing, and I was like, I wonder. So not only can I use my syringe to put formula or medications into my body, either through my stomach or my intestine, I can pull the plunger like this, and it'll create a vacuum, and contents of my stomach or intestine, which are near that area, will be drawn up into the syringe, and then I can dispose of it. And the reason for this would be if, say, my tube got clogged and I needed to try to pull something out of it. And also, if I'm feeling sick to my stomach, if I ate something I wasn't supposed to have, or maybe I could have it, and then suddenly, like, it made me feel really sick, that is available for me to be able to use to get the contents of that item out of my stomach. It's not 100%, but it works pretty good for the most part. I haven't had any issues with this so far. So as I was looking down at my tube earlier today, I noticed there was a little bubble, and that bubble was in the intestinal side. It's actually called the jejunal tube. So I'll show you a picture of the tube in a minute, so that way you can kind of tell the difference. But it says jejunal, which is the intestine, gastric, which is my stomach. And I looked down, there was this tiny little bubble, and I was like, I'm just wondering, do you guys know what that bubble is? Do you have any idea what that bubble might be? A fart. Ooh. My idea is this. Wouldn't it be rad as hell to note when I'm having a really kind of like bloated, nasty, gassy day, when I've had something I shouldn't, I'm just like farting death behind me at like every moment of the day, to take a syringe, connect it to my intestine, and pull out my farts to weaponize them. Biological warfare has just changed. The tables have turned, my friends. I want to find out whether I can take farts, put them in the syringe, twist the cap, and save them for a rainy day. No, it wouldn't just be for me, of course. I'm a very caring and generous individual. What I would like to do is sell you my bottled farts I mean, you could use them for many reasons. Maybe you're a pervert and just want to know what my asshole smells like from time to time. Well, my farts, not my actual asshole, Lord forget. Or, oh my God, I don't know what I was about to say there. Sorry, again, I'm high. So I could sell my farts to perverts on the internet for money. Not only that, I could give them away to my friends who maybe just got cheated on and the guy's an asshole, and you can go up and squirt my gastric content and my farts directly at them. So I could maybe sell them on Etsy. I could sell them on eBay. I could include a picture of me with my titties out and be like, hey bitch, you wanna smell my farts? Give me some money. It'll be great. OnlyFans for Anna's ass. I think the possibilities are endless. Some of you might be concerned right now. Anna, aren't we in the middle of a pandemic? Anna, isn't that considered assault? Anna, isn't that biological warfare? And aren't you a peace-loving, tree-hugging motherfucking hippie? No, I'm not. It might be considered assault. I mean, come on, that's actually really fucking unpleasant and uncomfortable to be on the receiving end of such a thing. But the benefit to me, being the most important person on the face of the planet, of course, is very grand. And I just like the idea of being able to bottle up my farts. I could have a fart cellar. I could have them all lined up on racks in the basement, and I could organize them based on what I had to eat or what kind of formula I had that day. How much fake cream I put in my coffee. The possibilities are endless. There is a huge market for this because simply there's no market for this. Nobody is out there doing this really. And honestly, I think I have what it takes. I'm a strong, independent woman. I don't need no man to tell me how to run a business. I don't need no man telling me not to fart all the time. This would make it better for me if I was in a space with shared individuals to, bottle up my farts so they don't have to smell it. It's perfect. It's such a great idea. I have no idea whether this will actually work. I haven't tried it. And again, 60 cc's or 2 fluid ounces really isn't that much in the way of storing fluid, not selling diarrhea, fluid or air content. But that being said, it's enough. It's enough to give somebody a bad day. And you might just want to keep it if my disease tends to, or if it will continue to make me more and more sick and I'm not able to communicate anymore, and you want something special to hold on to remember me, consider my butthole. Consider my ass. I mean, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Try it. I think you'll love it. It's great. So if you want to have 60 cc's or 2 fluid ounces of my ass, DM me. I'll get you taken care of.